What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Recently a couple of you guys mentioned in the comment section and asked me to make a video regarding these free-to-play 2D fighter games to play right now in 2023. So in today's video I'm going to bring you guys 8 of the best free-to-play fighter games that you can try out on 2023, and they're all completely free-to-play and available to download right now on Steam. And also guys, most of these games can actually run on a pretty low-end system, so even if you have a pretty low-end gaming system, you can absolutely run most of these games without any issues. So without further ado guys, let's get right into it. Alright guys, starting today's list with a pretty awesome but a very simple looking fighting game called Kraken. It's a free-to-play 2.5D, more like a Street Fighter style of a fighting game where you can simply challenge your friends or AI for intense 1v1 fighting battles. The game is very simple, there is no storyline or anything like that. There's only 2 unique characters to choose from, each comes with unique set of moves and skills, and the controls are also very easy, very beginner friendly. And the game also supports local multiplayer, which means you can invite one of your friends to play with you on shared or split screen, or you can also practice your skills against AIs as well. It's definitely not the most popular game on this list right now, having only like 25 reviews and most of them are positive, and the system requirements are also not that heavy, pretty acceptable as well. Moving on, we got a really awesome looking platformer fighter game called Rushdown Revolt. It's a free-to-play, fast-paced action fighting game which kinda has the perfect combination of platform fighters and anime fighter games. But one of the major downsides that I found in this game is that it's free-to-play if you decide to play on offline, but if you wanna play online you need to buy a paid DLC once to access online features, which is kinda disappointing, but definitely keep that in mind as well. Right now in the game you can choose between 12 unique characters that each comes with very unique set of skills and abilities. If you decide to play online, you can play multiplayer with players all around the world, or you can play with your friends up to 8 of them, which is really cool. It's a really fun platformer game, especially if you decide to play single player, because the game is completely free to play that way. Anyway, right now the game is close to like 1500 reviews on Steam and most of them are very positive. System requirements are honestly not that heavy, pretty acceptable in 2023. When I was doing research for this video, I found out this goofy looking 3D fighting game called Drunken Wrestlers 2. I thought the game is kind of funny and hilarious, so I decided to add this on today's list. So the Drunken Wrestlers 2 is a free-to-play, funny, physics-based multiplayer fighting game where you can build your own character and customize them, and also can add power modes using the integrated Steam workshop, which is pretty cool in my opinion. And the game was actually released on April 1st, so this is kind of a parody game for April Fool's Day. But if you're looking for a nothing serious, really fun, casual fighting game to try out, I absolutely recommend this game for you guys. Anyway, right now the game is decently popular on Steam, having like 500 daily concurrent players, which is not that bad, and also having close to like 12,000 Steam reviews, which is incredible, and most of them are very positive. And the system requirements are honestly not that heavy, you can even play this game with a pretty low-end system. Next up, we got a really cool looking single player 2D fighting game called Iron Snout. I simply had to add this game on today's list purely based on the overwhelmingly positive reviews the game had on Steam, and it's a really fun, fast paced, more like a colorful but brutal fighting game where your goal is to simply helping out a piglet to fight for his life against these hordes of wolves. It's a very cartoonish, very simple game, and the game is definitely ideal for more of a casual, more of a younger audience like kids. Overall, it's a really fun game. As I said guys, right now the game is having more than 17,000 reviews on Steam, and they are overwhelmingly positive reviews, and you absolutely don't have to worry about the system requirements. The game can run on even with a potato system. If you're someone who really enjoy anime style fighting games, our next game is definitely the one you should try out, and that is called Idol Showdown. It's a free-to-play, very recently released fast-paced 2D fighting game where you engage in exciting duels and ultimately try to prove once and for all that you are the strongest idol. You guys know I'm not the biggest fan of these type of anime style games, but the game is super fun to play, the controls are very easy to learn, and you can both play single player, online multiplayer, or you can play split screen co-op. The choice is yours. It's a really cool free-to-play game, right now having close to like 4,000 Steam reviews and most of them are very positive, and this is another game that you can play on any potato PC. You don't have to worry about the system requirements at all. Alright guys, moving on at number 3, we got another awesome fighting game that I really enjoyed earlier this year, and that is called Rainbow Co Hypernova. It's a free-to-play multiplayer 2D style fighting game with a very unique art style and pretty fun and unique gameplay mechanics. In this game you have 7 different characters to choose from, each represent different colors of the rainbow, and each character comes with pretty unique set of moves that is pretty easy to learn but very hard to master. It's a really fun and cool looking, relatively new game on Steam, and right now the game is only having like 93 reviews and and most of them are mostly positive reviews, and this game can also run on a very low-end system without any issues. Alright, at number 2 we got another awesome platformer fighter game called Nightclub Plus, and it's a free-to-play casual action platformer fighter game that brings the traditional fighting game elements into more like an unlock free-form movement style, and I absolutely love this pixelated art style the game represents. It's a really casual game. You can play either 2 players or you can play with up to 4 friends, which is really cool, and depending on your preference you can either play local multiplayer with the party mode or you can try out online multiplayer with your friends or any other players worldwide. But remember guys, the game does not represent any single player game modes right at this point. It's a really cool game right now, having more than 265 reviews on Steam, and most of them are very positive, and you absolutely don't have to worry about the system requirement. All you need is a 2 gigs of RAM to play this game. Alright, moving on, at number 1 spot, we cannot forget the most popular fighting game available right now, and that is the Brawlhalla, and hands down the most popular and the most well-received title available on today's list. It's a great free-to-play platformer game that is available on pretty much all major platforms, and there are millions of daily players playing this game. That is absolutely insane, and you can play with up to 8 other players, either online multiplayer or local multiplayer, and depending on how you decide to enjoy this game, the Brawlhalla can be the most casual and most fun game available, or you can definitely be in the try hard mode and be the most competitive player and try to rank up higher in the leaderboard. It's a great free-to-play game that is available on pretty much all major platforms including PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, on PC, on Steam, and other than that the game is also available on Android and iOS. It's an extremely popular free-to-play title on Steam, having more than 300,000 reviews, and most of them are very positive as well. It's a multi-platform game, which means most of the system requirements are pretty low specs friendly. You can absolutely run this game even with a very low-end hardware. Well, that's about it for this video guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found some great 2D platformer fighter game that is completely free to play to enjoy, and let me know down below what is your favorite game from today's list. As always guys, if you enjoyed the video so far, please go ahead and drop a like on the video and also subscribe, because we cover tons of free to play games on our channel. I'll catch you guys soon in my next video. Stay safe.